If you are serious about what protein you use, then use what Jersey Jay-Z uses. Equip Foods Protein. Order yours now at equipfoods.com and use the promo code JerseyJZ for a special discount.
Guys, I'm Joe Zapata here with the one and only bodybuilding legend, Gregg Valentino. What's going on, Greg?
It is high. It is far. It is gone.
It is gone. Man. We lost a couple people. We lost a legend. Me and you were big Yankee fans.
Yeah, so John Sterling, yeah.
Yeah, John Sterling passed away. Now, I remember, obviously, Phil Rizzuto and Bill White. You remember them,
yeah,
right?
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
They were great, right?
They were.
They were good. And then Bob Shepard. Bob Shepard.
Yeah,
another
Derek, even after he died, they kept his. So whenever Derek Jeter would get up, it'd be like Derek Jeter. You know what I mean?
Number two, Derek
Jeter. Yeah.
Yes. So we lost John Sterling, 87, and I actually have a John Sterling story, but so it must have been 2003-ish. John Sterling was living in Edgewater, New Jersey, which was at the time I was living in Fort Lee, and so I was going to the Yankee game, and John Sterling was, and I was going with a bunch of people. It was 2003-ish. I think it was when the Marlins won the World Series. So I was going to the Yankee game with a bunch of people, and I'm driving, and Fort Lee, Edgewater, and then the bridge is right there. So the traffic is merging, and I look to my left. John Sterling's in the car next to me.
Really?
He's driving to the stadium. He's driving to Yankee Stadium. And it was early we went because we like to do like the tailgating and stuff, and he was right there next to me. And so we're like waving to him. He rolled down the window and goes, "Yankees win!" And he waved and he took off.
Oh,
shit! He was really cool. He was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Really cool. So I mean, and all I heard was he was a great guy.
He was a great guy, yeah, man. I don't have any stories about him, but I know I watch a lot of shit about him and everything. He was a great guy. He was Yankee voice for like 35 years, man.
36 years, man. He got his dream job at 50 years old. He got that job.
But before that, he was with the Atlanta Braves. It's just like Harry Carey. Harry Carey, the Cubbies win. That fucking guy was with, I think he was with the Cardinals. Then he went to the White Sox. And then, which was unheard of, he went cross town. That's like going from the fucking, the Yankees to the Mets or whatever, vice versa. But the Cubs are, both the Cubs and the White Sox are actually old school teams. But
Now, I wrote down a bunch of John Sterling home run calls. Now, tell me if you know who's who, okay? Thriller from Godzilla.
Yeah, that's easy. That's Matsui.
Very good, Matsui. An A-bomb from
A-Rod.
Of course, you got that one. A text message.
From Teixeira, Mark Teixeira. He sent a text message. You're on that Mark Teixeira. Okay.
Bernie Goes Boom.
Oh, well, Bernie Williams, we know that. I think that might have been the very first one that started.
Good.
Yeah.
El Capitan.
El Capitan. Derek Jeter. El
Very
Capitan.
Good. How about this one? Swishalicious.
Nick Swisher.
Very good. Very good. How about Raul? You're so cool.
Raul Mondesi, whatever his name. Raul, no, not Raul Mondesi. Raul, I loved him too. Raul, Raul. He only played 1 year. Ibanez. He played 1 year with the Yankees. I said Raul Mondesi. That's
the other one. But he played for the Yankees.
Raul
Ibanez.
Ibanez.
Yes.
Yes, Ibanez. He played 1 year with the Yankees, but was a fucking star because he hit in the postseason, hit 3 fucking home runs. Yes, I loved him.
What about the Grandy Man can?
Curtis Granderson, the Grandy Man can.
How about this one? Yes, indeedy.
Didi Gregorius.
Very good. How about Georgie Juiced It?
George Posada.
Very good. How about Downtown Goes Frazier? Downtown Goes Frazier.
Down goes Frazier. Todd Frazier.
Clint Frazier. Remember Clint Frazier?
Clint Frazier. No, wait, he wasn't. Wasn't it Todd Frazier? Was it Clint Frazier? He was there with Clint Frazier.
Yeah,
How stupid! Of course, I'm thinking of what's his name, the other one, fucking Jerry.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
thinking he wasn't there. Yeah, okay, so I got that one wrong.
The Milky Way.
The milkman, Melky Cabrera.
Yes,
The
people always thought
milkman.
I would look like Milky Cabrera, believe it or not.
Maybe
People used to always think I was Milky Cabrera.
the milkman.
Johnny on the Spot.
Johnny on the Spot. That is. Oh fuck.
Play with the Red Sox. Come on, come on. Play
Johnny
with the Red.
Damon.
Johnny Damon, very good.
Yeah, I couldn't spit out his name. Sometimes I see the face. I'm like, but. I remember he used to have a bad stuttering problem, Johnny Damon. When he grew up.
It's the guy's first name and then the home run dispenser.
Shane Spencer.
Shane Spencer, the home run dispenser.
Oh, home run dispenser. Shane Spencer. You're on the mark to share it. Anyway.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Don't you know Robbie Cano? Yeah, I mean,
Robbie Cano.
Yeah, a lot of great ones, man. I loved him. You know, he was great.
To say that's when you knew you were like when you hit your first home run, whatever his call was going to be the new like your fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a call for everybody.
Yes, he did. He had a call for everybody. You know, and Nick Swisher went up to him on a plane apparently because his original home run call was Jolly Saint Nick. And he said, I don't like that. Please change it. And he changed it for him.
You're Swishalicious.
Swishalicious, yes. Yes, very good. All right, let's say hello to a couple people in the chat if you want. Greg Hoffman said, Joe and Greg 2.0. Let's fucking go. All right,
there you go.
Let's go. We got let's see what else. V99 says Chicago Cubs are doing great.
The Cubbies win.
Bruno Valentino said, let's make a great show, Momos. We'll try to. We'll try to. Joe Mamats, you're my guys.
There you go, Joe Matarazzi.
Matarazzi, yes. John Mancini, what's going on? How you doing, John Mancini?
How you doing, brother?
John Mancini. Let's see. We got Holly's there. Hello, Holly.
Hey, Holly. How are you, hon?
Holly, I actually just sent out a little gift for you today, so you'll get it probably in a couple days. So look out for it.
It's Christmas in May. Remember Crazy Eddie? Remember the Crazy Eddie commercials?
Yes.
He's practically giving it all away. It's Christmas in July. You remember? They would have a Christmas special in July. Shit like that.
100%. And then also we lost Ted Turner. He died.
Well, he wasn't one of my favorite people. He's married to Jane Fonda.
Fonda.
Like, the biggest fucking, she's still, she was in, like Hanoi Jane, they called her, right? She fucking basically jumped on the fucking, she went to the fucking bad, the Vietnamese fucking side, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it was like, fuck you Americans, It's unbelievable. And
didn't you shit on her
get
magazine?
Away with that.
Didn't you shit on her magazine?
Yes, I did. In my friend Angelo's house. Yes, in Brooklyn. She was on the cover of Life magazine when she was Barbarella. And that was his wife was saving stacks, and that's the fucking thing with my partner Paul, because I was doing that shit to him. He would go to back and I'd be banging on the door, fucking around with him. And then when it was my turn, I had to take a bad shit after we ate, right? So they locked. He locked the fucking door, so we couldn't get in the guy's house. So we're shitting, and all of a sudden the guy's family comes home, and the fucking garage door raises up like that, and there I am shitting on the fucking magazine. That was like. I sit and I still get like embarrassed to this moment.
Do you? Still
I do, because my partner Paul was banging on the door trying to warn me. Here he comes. He's coming to the face. He's coming in. He's going to fucking turn it. And he's banging like this, and I didn't hear him. You know what I mean? Because there's a side door for the garage. He was banging on the side door like this, and I had to shut up. I thought he was fucking around because I was busting his balls.
Man, 100%, man. I don't know if you saw these gas prices, man. With Spirit Airlines shut down.
Yes,
and they're blaming. Like Trump already with these saying, oh, it's the gas prices. But come on, man.
It's not Trump's fault. Look, I know he's doing this whole shit with Iran. But, they just found out that Iran literally was a week to 10 days, 10 days, to 2 weeks away from their uranium being, ready. For
really?
Yes. What do they call it? Jesus Christ. I know. The word that I can't miss. No, shh. The peanut gallery stuff. You're trying to put the words. No, it's called. There's a word for it. But anyway, will you stop?
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's not nuclear. It's. But anyway, it would have meant it would have been a nuclear bomb, and they could have just put it on a fucking. They have missiles now that can go over 2,000 miles. And one of the first places they would have hit is New York. You know that. They'd hit Israel. You know, but then they come for New York. And if Trump didn't do that, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, 100%.
I do feel like when he fucked up a year ago when he said, "Oh, we fucked up their whole uranium thing," because they didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't fuck it up.
No, but it's not his fault. I mean,
no, it's not his fault.
Spirit Airlines, they filed for bankruptcy in 2024.
Yeah. Biden's the one who turned it down and said, no, I can't do that.
Yes.
And the other thing is the gas is, it goes by, like OPEC and all that shit. They decide what the gas prices are. You know what I mean? It's not Trump. I mean, we supposedly have a ton of gas, and as soon as that shit ends, it's supposed to drop really fast. You know, because don't you think that Trump won? But I agree with Trump. What would you rather have? Fucking, nuclear bomb hit us, or fucking, have high gas prices for a little bit? Not for nothing, but you fucking people don't realize this. What I'm paying right now is exactly what I was paying under Biden. And at one point, if you remember, the highest ever was under Obama. At one time, it went past $5. So people forget that. You know what I mean? Remember, we were paying eggs. Remember when Trump first got to be president, eggs were still like $8 bucks a dollar, Jesus Christ, a buck a dozen. Now I'm getting them $1.99, $99 when they're on sale. So it's, and remember, Trump was president 3 days, and they were like, "What's the price of eggs?" You know what I mean? Like, it's just unbelievable.
John Mancini wanted us to know, with Mother's Day coming up, what are you going to get your mother-in-law for Mother's Day? John Mancini wants to know.
Maybe a beard trimmer.
Well,
a penis extension.
I do have a picture of you and your mother-in-law. I could put up if you want to see it, guys.
Let me see it.
It is here. So if you guys do want to see it, I'm going to show everybody. Here it is right now.
Oh, wow. She looks hot there. She looks good there, Joe.
What?
How did you catch that picture? That's when she was trying to tell me, "I want money." Look. That's a great picture. Joe, you got to send me that picture. I got to show Lucia it.
Okay, I'll send it to you. But yeah, guys, there you guys want to see it.
That's a great picture. That's exactly that. She was wearing makeup there, so she didn't look as bad.
Yeah, I know. That's what he's getting her, guys. So you guys wanted to know.
A beard trimmer. See, I didn't even see that picture, and a beard trimmer.
Yeah. John Mancini says, "I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for asking. Hope all is well with you guys."
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Everything's very good. We had actually a big fire in Belleville. I don't know if you heard about it. It was a 14-alarm fire in Belleville, New Jersey. Knocked out a bunch of places. They were actually giving out in ShopRite free water because it was really bad.
Did Cory Booker run in the middle of the fire and save people, or no?
No, he didn't. But that's actually pictures of it from Belleville, New Jersey.
That's a hell of a fire. Yeah,
it was really 14-alarm fire in Belleville. It knocked out. It started in a like a mattress area, and then took out 4 apartments.
Lucia's from Jersey, and wait a minute, her mother, I remember saying she had really bad gas the other day when she was driving through Belleville, and she said she threw a fart, and she thought, do you think that maybe
it may be
she threw that fart, and maybe if somebody was trying to light a cigarette outside like this, and the whole thing went up?
It's possible, man. It is possible, man. Yeah, I know, but yeah.
Remember Cory Booker said he ran into fire. I ran into fire, saved people for that lying fucking. I hate that fucking guy. Woof.
Cory Booker. You think he's going to run for president ever? You think he will?
He can run. Nobody's going to. No, who's going to roll for him in his right mind? He's such a dick. And same with Hakeem Jeffries. He's always got those eyes. Well, and he does. He tells it. He does what Obama does. He does that. Donald Trump.
Yes.
Is a threat to society. And
yes, he does the same
spit it the fuck out, okay? And he's got this dark circles around his eyes, and he's creepy. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah, exactly. John Mancini said a pound of American cheese is $12.
Is it? No.
It's. But I mean,
wait, John. Wait, hold on. I just ate a whole fucking thing. No. Where's that fucking plastic bag, Lucia? Is it still in it? I just emptied it, fucking Lucia. I just had it fucking wait. I'll show you. It's a pound of American cheese, $4.99 from the deli, from the fucking deli.
From the deli, $4.99 a pound.
Fuck that shit. Hold on.
Yeah, go get your cheese.
I'm gonna show you right now. Fuck this shit. Where is it?
Because you must have. It must
I
have
just
like.
ate it, Joe. I just ate the fuck. Hold on. You said.
Did you have it? Look in the garbage.
Yeah, look here. Hold on. The cheese is in my belly. But here's the fucking bag. It's $4.99. Wait, can you read that? Look.
Yes, I see it.
1 pound. See what it is per pound? $4.99. And this is Black Bear. Whatever.
Yes, I like black bear myself.
But $4.99 right there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Say $4.99. All
Yeah.
right. I just ate
Greg,
it.
was your mother-in-law on any cruise ship by any
You
chance?
know, she was on a cruise ship, and then she threw a fart on there, and everybody started. 3 people had to get evacuated. They died.
Yes, because John Mancini says, "Did you hear about the cruise
Yeah.
ship that has a new rare virus?"
Yes, and you know what? It's from rodents. So my mother might have had something to do with that.
Now, there's a rumor too that they're saying like, I guess it's everyone's getting sick from that already.
Yes.
That they're actually that Moderna is their stock went up because they actually are developing a vaccine for this or something already. I don't know. I heard that rumor. Who knows if it's true or
Listen,
not?
I don't think Americans are going to fall for that shit again. Okay,
That's
and they
what
did
I
say it's not that contagious. It can go from human to human, but I think you have to like eat something or ingest something that somebody else did. But the other thing is, that's what you know. Who died from that? Gene Hackman's wife. You know, Gene Hackman just died.
Yeah, but they both died right at the
They
same
both
time.
died, but his wife died. He didn't know he had Alzheimer's, so his wife was laying dead in the bathroom for a couple of days, and then he died. Google
What
it.
happened?
Gene Hackman, his
Okay.
wife died of that virus, the hantavirus,
Oh wow.
and it's from rodents and shit, you know. And she died. I think she had some. I forgot what the whole story is. How she contracted. They had what? No, it wasn't from the dogs. It was from. I know it's a rodent. I forgot how they had. Yeah, her. Yeah, you know, you're right with that. Her dogs died from it too, but they got it from something like a rodent or something like that. That's how these people got. That boat was like a sightseeing boat. You get out and look at animals in the jungle and shit, and you step on fucking rat shit or infected rats and all that. But you know they're not gonna. You know, of course, the Democrats would be like, "Oh God, please, 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 please."
Yeah, of
You know
course.
what I mean? Because that's the only way to mail-in ballots. You know.
Of course, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
V99 said, "What do you guys think about Elon Musk saying he wants to get $10 trillion net worth or bust?"
Who wouldn't want that? I'd want that. I wouldn't mind 10 trade. It's a pipe dream for me, but for him, it's doable.
Yeah, it
I
might be
mean,
doable.
first of all, Elon Musk has done more for society. You have no idea. Dude, do you know that guy's coming out with shit to help maybe make the blind see? All this stuff. But he has brain implants that can take a paraplegic and they can move their arms. I mean, it's fucking crazy. You should see the shit that guy does.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's the reason why we're going back out in space. Oh, but the Earth is flat. Jimmy said the other day, I'm not going to get into it, but I know it's not.
yeah. I don't know, but I heard they want to put like trackers and human underneath their skin and stuff.
In case you're wondering, I just said, look, the
What's that? Diet root beer?
Yes. In case anybody else is like, what is he drinking?
You know,
They didn't want to track. I know I've heard shit like that, but that you heard all this stuff that's what they did with COVID secretly. I mean, I remember seeing people like, I got the COVID shot, and look, and they'd stand there and put like a magnet on him, and look, it's sticking.
stupid.
It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Come on.
Bruno Valentino said that they died from carbon monoxide. Gene Hackman and his wife.
No, they didn't. They did not. Google it. His wife died. Joe, Google it.
I have to check it out and see it. His
Gene
wife.
Hackman's wife. You want me to? I'll send it to you right now. There's a whole big thing about it. His wife died from that. She had that disease. She was very, very sick. That's why I think she died in the bathroom. Yeah. Yes, she died, and then her husband died later. But her husband didn't know she was even dead. He was chagad.
Yeah, it says that she died from that Havana virus, whatever it is.
He did not die from carbon monoxide.
Etsy
I think that's what they thought at first. But then why did Hackman die?
Yes.
Hackman died later.
Yes, you're right.
Like 2-3 weeks later, he didn't know she was dead. He was chagad. He had Alzheimer's. He didn't know nothing. He was like.
So they must have had mice or rats in their house, I guess.
I forgot she was into some sort of like shit like that, like fucking around with exotic animals and gardening and all that. And I guess somehow or other, You know, it's just like there's people. See, you don't understand. You know what one of the worst diseases on the planet is, and there's no cure for it. Rabies, right? Say now, if you get bit by an animal that has rabies and you get the shot, the vaccine before you get one symptom, you should be okay. But if you have one symptom, it's too late, and you know it's almost as one or two people out of a million have gotten it that have even survived. And they don't know how that's possible. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty much a 100% kill rate. And what happens to you is there's people who don't know that, like, let's say they got scratched by a little kitten or something like that, right? Or a dog, or they were outside and they don't even know, like, a bat bit them. Sometimes bats have, like, little tiny bats have, like, these fucking, you can't even feel the, like, it's almost getting like a mosquito bite. And they don't know about it. And then all of a sudden, 6 months later, they're fine. And then they start getting these fucking symptoms. You know what I mean? It's weird,
Yep.
how, you know, rabies. You don't just get bitten all of a sudden, but that shit is bad. Go watch people that you're done with that.
Yeah. I heard
Yes.
Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider. You know who Rob Schneider is, the actor?
Yeah.
He was talking about that, you know, all these viruses that they were giving us as kids to help us with this and that. He says, over time, he said we didn't need those viruses and those shots, all those shots. He says because over time we evolved to be more sanitary. We had toilets were involved and that kind of stuff, and we became more, you know, sanitary and washing our hands and this and that. And that actually cured the diseases instead of us shitting in the street like we used to.
But listen to me. People don't realize that, like, when you get a virus on your computer, and Norton Antivirus has the cure for that, it's because they're the ones that release the virus. Every year they happen to have the cure for that, McAfee, all those different things. And usually that's what, like, Fauci was fucking around with shit. You know, they were trying to get the COVID so they could develop the antivirus. It's like, it's fucking weird. But I'm just saying, you know, you can't fuck with Mother Nature. You know, look, if you go to one of these listen, you ever see, you know, that there's that island. It's
Epstein Island.
no, not that one. I was not on Epstein Island, but if they were, well, I was gonna make a joke.
Fantasy Island.
I'm not gonna get it on there. I wish I was, but what's that fucking island? Jesus Christ, I know the name of it, and it just escaped me. Anyway, it's off India, right? And it's an island where nobody's allowed to go. If you go, you get arrested. You know what I mean? And that's where that kid went who was 18, 2018. A 21-year-old kid went there. He was reading, you know, trying to preach the Bible. There's a whole movie about it. The fucking natives shot him with this, right? And then, it hit the Bible. And he lived. So he believed that was a sign from God. So he went back to get them, and then they killed him and left his body there. Now, those people... what happened was, back in like the fucking 30s and shit like that, white people came there to, like, you know, preach the word of God, and 90% of their tribe died from the common cold. You understand? Because the common cold, if you go into those environments, they have no immune system to that. They have no immunity to that. You know what I mean? And then they died. Papua New Guinea, you know what I mean? Papua New Guinea, that shit. So they go. So now they believe that was like the devil. So now they think any fucking people come to that island, they're there to kill them. So now they kill everybody. But it's a protected island, so you can't go there. But the whole thing is that our immune system develops out of being around people. There was people who, during the Black Plague, you know, back in the 1300s, that didn't get it. You understand? And they built up an immune system to it, and that becomes herd immunity. Then other people get, you know, like that. You know what I'm saying? And guess who started the Black Plague? The rats. You know, the Democrats. I mean, the rodents. The liberals. I mean, the rodents. I mean, the Democrats. Anyway.
Yeah. Like if you went to like Mexico to drink the water, we'd be fine, but Mexicans could.
Oh, yeah.
We'd get sick, but Mexicans, they drink it all the time. And that's,
you know what's funny? Now, my girlfriend's father grew up there, and he drank the water his whole life and had no problems. And he told me he went back after not being there for like 20 years. He went back and he drank the water. He told me he was shitting off the fucking walls. You know what I mean? Because, you know, there's new bacteria, it's just, you're not used to it. But the people there could fucking bathe in it. That's why they tell you, if you go to one of those countries, don't drink bottled water or drink, you know, from a bottle. Don't drink with ice cubes because you can get fucking sick.
Yeah, 100%.
Montezuma's revenge.
Yeah. I mean, even I mean, I drink water bottle, something from the, water bottle all the time. I don't even drink tap water that much at all. I never do.
I mean, I do and I don't. You know what I mean? I'm drinking like diet root beer because I need a flavor right now. But fuck it, hey.
Yeah, fuck that. What do we got here? Next question over here. It says, Joe Matarat says, Greg, do you have that bottle of laundry detergent with the nozzle removed nearby? What's under the table today?
No, there's nothing under the table today. I peed before, but I have peed during shows. So usually with Joe's show here, I just want to go pee. Sometimes I'll pee like during RX. I'll pee in the bottle or in my glass because I have to do that. Film it and they bitch if you have to leave the fucking set. So I will pee. I do not have it here, but that's what I usually. Lou, do you have my pee bucket right here? I call it a pee bucket. This is the fucking. It's just an empty because the hole's big, so you can stick your pee you got in there. Some of you guys though. Some of you guys watching this could use that right there, right? I can't. You know what I mean?
Bruno Valentino said,
I got the brajol, so I use the empty.
there you go.
There you go. And it's got a handle. Yo, wait, can you see? There's nothing in there.
It's full. No,
Yes, smells good. I can sit here right now. See, I hold it onto it. It's just like, look, it looks just like what they give you in the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
A nice big hole. Some of you guys like, I use a Gatorade bottle. I can't fit in there, bro. Right here. So you sit there. I could be sitting there right now. Shh, just letting it go. Just letting it go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Put a little cap on it, and then I do that. Me and her go doing our thing at night. We got to go drunken or whatever. Fuck. Sometimes I got to pee in there.
Do you do the shit too, or no?
No, you could. I mean, you could shit in there if you fucking sat on it. You know what I mean?
Bruno Valentino said CNN lied to me. I'm sure they did.
Yes, they did. They did lie.
V99 says, Greg, have any interest in visiting Obama's presidential library?
Not at all. Unless I had a book of matches. I'm kidding. The only books I want to read in his library, the only book I want is a book of matches.
Mm-hmm. That's true. John Martin says, I know about that island. Yes. Yeah. Those people are very isolated.
Yes, it's New Guinea, the island of New Guinea or Papua New Guinea or one of the like that. And it's bad. It's bad. They're so crazy. They see fucking, if you come over there with a plane, they start throwing shit at the fucking, like spears. And those fucking spears, you may look at it, spears. They're fucking deadly accurate with that shit. You have no idea. They're brutal. And if they do kill you, they leave, like they killed that kid. He's an American kid. They killed him. He got lucky the first time because he was still in the boat. And the fucking arrow came. He swam to shore, like a week later, and they warned him, don't go there, don't go there. And he swam ashore, got there, and the next thing you know, they find his body. He's right there laying on the island, and they let you rot. They leave your body right out there with the fucking, they want people to see. You know what I mean?
Wow. And that virus, like you were saying, was caused by like rat droppings or whatever.
That's what they say.
One of the deadliest one is the saliva of the Komodo dragon. You heard about that?
Yeah,
right?
That's not a virus. That shit's fucking like brutal. The Komodo dragon, if you took his fucking spit and put it on a steak and come back, it's like fucking Alien. You remember the movie Alien?
Yeah.
Spit's like fucking, that shit though is toxic. It go in your bloodstream and kill you. That's how they kill animals. They just get a little bite and they let the animal run. And eventually the fucking animal gets like a fever and gets all like fucking toxic inside and drops dead, and then they eat you.
Wow.
They're a fucking bad animal. You don't fuck with a Komodo dragon, bro.
No,
they're fucking big. The big ones, they're fucking huge lizards. Yeah. They're fucking bad. Their saliva, it's not the bite that'll kill you. I mean, they could bite the shit out of you, but I'm saying they're fucking, that saliva, you're done with that saliva. It's fucking, it's got all kinds of bacteria that they don't even know about, in there. It's you stand a better chance to get bit by a snake. Well, it depends on what snake, but
Yeah, but I heard that's one of the deadliest around, the Komodo, right? I believe that's one of the most deadliest.
It's the deadliest. First of all, it's the biggest, baddest lizard there is.
Yeah.
The biggest, it's a lizard. It's the biggest of all the lizards. And you think a monitor lizard, that's fucking a toy. That thing would eat the monitor lizard. They're bad. They run fucking funny, but they run fast. You got to see them run.
Yeah. I've heard that they've eaten little boys, actually, like have eaten a boy.
They'll eat a grown man. They waited, and they're like not stupid either. Like a guy ran up a tree and they waited for him and waited for him and waited for him, and then they walked away and they went around and fucking like another bush and shit. And they knew he was gonna come down. As soon as he came down, they came after and they got him. You can't escape those. Those things are bad.
Yeah, those Komodo dragons. I mean, the only thing that probably could if it like bit your mother-in-law, that might be a problem for the Komodo.
They would run from her. She'd be trying to bite them. Her saliva is more toxic. The only thing known to man is that her saliva is more toxic. They would get scared. They'd be like, you ever see like when people like in a cartoon and people see Casper the ghost, they're like, it's a ghost. You know what I mean? They see
Yes.
her and they'd be like, it's his mother-in-law. You know, and they start fucking running.
100%.
Even a kimono dragon, I seen her chasing a kimono dragon with a fork and shit like this, and the kimono dragon's running for its life, all fucking wobbling like that. Those things look like giant alligators sometimes. You know, they walk all funny and shit.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, John Mancini said, I drink both well water and bottled water too.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Yeah, I drink that water. Skip says hello. Skip Mulligan. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Skip, what are you doing?
Apologies for being late.
No problem, Skip, brother.
You know, no problems being late, man. Yeah, but those animals are pretty big, man. I've seen those kimono dragons and all those, you know, animal wildlife shows. I love watching that stuff.
Yeah, I like that shit too. But you know, there's nothing worse than like lions and fucking shit like that. You know, or tigers are brutal. You ever see tigers? Dudes are sitting up on them elephants, and a tiger will jump. Fucking, I mean, they're you. The worst is a polar bear, though. I watched this show, Joe. It was a show about they're mapping. They're doing a map, and they're doing it like it's like a government thing, right? And they're out in this big icebreaker boat, and they're up in like Arctica. You got Arctica, and then you got Antarctica. There's no polar bears down there. They're up in Arctica, and they're miles, like 100 miles out in the ocean from the shore, but there's all ice, and they're breaking it. And you know they're charting it for like with radar to see like what's below the ice. You know, so they're making maps. And this is a documentary. It's on YouTube. And the one chick's like who's one of the commanders is a woman. And she's like, "Holy shit, come here!" And you know. And the people on the fucking that are doing it, they open up this like little window that's in the bottom of the boat, right? And you can see out, and there's this fucking giant polar bear swimming along with the boat. And she goes, "Look at the size of that thing. Look how he's swimming." And those things swim, you have no idea. Google how far a polar bear can swim 100 miles out in the ocean. Could swim for a day solid, not fucking... You can't get away from them fucking things. Even the cold water don't. So they'll dive right down 40 feet deep and get a fucking a fish or something, come up and eat, and keep swimming. There are certain polar bears that swim from island to island. The islands are 50 to 100 miles apart. You imagine you're out in the middle of the ocean.
I heard that their sense of smell is really incredible for like miles.
They're the baddest animal on the planet. I don't think there's any animal that could beat them. First of all, they can climb a pole. Second of all, they're the biggest. They've been, weighed up to 1,500 pounds. You know what I mean? And they say they can stand on their hind legs and look in a second-story window. I mean, you cannot beat. They run at an accelerated rate. Cold doesn't bother them. Heat doesn't. They can fucking dive into the water. And if you were in a boat and they see you and you're in a fucking rowboat, chances are you're fucked because you ain't going to be able to row faster than they can swim. It's scary. You know, you try to climb. You climb up a pole or you're up in a tree. Here comes that thing, goes right up the tree, and you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Kodiak bear is very big too, though.
Kodiak bear, massive wise, could be as big, but the polar bear is longer. It has a longer neck. Polar bears are made, they can fucking break ice. They're both bad. Kodiak bears are fucking, I mean, and you know what's funny? You know how they have ligers? They have bears that they have found that have both the, polar bear mated with a fucking Kodiak, with those bears. Brown bear. Kodiak bear is just a giant brown bear, which is really grizzly-ish, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%,
But you get anywhere near that shit.
You get those morons, though, and I see them on YouTube that they're training them and make them as pets. And then, they feed them, and then next
thing you know, them have been eaten by them.
And then they lose an arm the next week, Or
they had a guy that had what was it? I think he had a hippo or some stupid shit like that, and a fucking hippo ate him. You know what I mean? To show, these people are stupid. I just don't understand. Get a normal pet. Like, Mike Tyson talks about how, I watched a video where recently I'll send it to you, Joe. I think I have it. Where Shaquille O'Neal was telling a story, and he said he was going over Mike Tyson's house or something, right? And he goes, "I go away. I knock on the door, and I hear this word, come in." So he goes, I fucking walk in the house, and he said, next thing I know, I hear bang, 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 and I hear somebody coming down the steps, like, but heavy thuds. And he goes, I look, and it's this fucking giant tiger, and it's coming at me from down the steps. He goes, I ran, I jumped outside, and Mike Tyson comes in and grabs the fucking tiger, puts it in a headlock, starts wrestling with it and shit. And, you know, it was his pet tiger. And then Tyson tells him, yeah, I sleep with that tiger. And fucking, he said, for 2 years I slept with that tiger. And Shaquille O'Neal's like, what? You slept with that fucking tiger? You have to understand, though. He slept with it since it's a little fucking kitten like this. You know what I mean? And you know, and he tamed it. Now, if the thing ever caught that Mike Tyson might be afraid of it and kind of moved the wrong way, it will go after him. I've seen it stories like that where that happens. You know, but why would you want a fucking animal like that? That, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, Sigmund and Roy, those two, he got mauled.
Example.
Well, the one I heard a story about that was like the one animal that attacked him.
Yeah.
Like they got it as a baby, but it was like got it from poachers that like abused it or something. I don't know, something like that. So it was already kind of like had problems, and they tried to work it, but they knew they had problems with that tiger. And he had told the one saying, "Be careful with him. He snips, he bites."
I knew that they had problems with it, but I don't know if it was from poultry. He was really young when they got it, like a kid.
Yeah, something that was young, but something I don't know.
But I think what it is just like if you ever have dogs or your friend has, you know, they have dispositions. I think you just catch one that's just not meant to be tamed. There's just you can have a litter of dogs and all of them are really nice, and then one of them's fucking nasty. It's like humans. I think sometimes they ain't meant to be fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck around, find out, right?
Fuck around, find out. Dude, you don't want that shit as a fucking pet, though. What, are you crazy?
No, I wouldn't mind no fucking thing. Skip Morgan says Kodiak and Polar. Pretty sure that's a cocaine bear.
Did you ever see that movie, Cocaine Bear? Right?
Yeah, yes. It's pretty funny. Holly says, I think they say the polar bear is the meanest of all the bears, too.
It is.
Seems like I've heard that somewhere. Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that.
It is. A Kodiak bear is a big bear, and it will fight to the death. They're known for that. But a polar bear isn't like an athletic bear. I mean, all bears can swim. They haven't now. Dogs can swim naturally. Go throw a dog on a lake, you'll see it'll swim. It never knows that. Never had to teach it. Just instinct. So all bears can swim, but not like polar bears. Polar bears dive. They fucking go down. Imagine you're down fucking 40 feet and you see this fucking polar bear coming at you, and it's catching fish and shit with its mouth. I mean, you just there's no escape from it. Polar bears are. It's like an athletic bear. Those fucking things have to run in snow. They die. They break whole fucking ice this thick just to get down into the fucking water. They're crazy, you know?
Really? Yeah. They break the ice and all that stuff too.
Yeah, they say like Joe Rogan was saying how basically, you know, humans you don't stand a chance. You know, like you can play dead with a fucking Kodiak bear. They might like leave you alone. They might. But a polar bear, you stand no chance. They'll just eat you while you're alive. They're just a nasty motherfucker.
Really? Yeah. I've seen a couple of stories on Joe Rogan how he had a guy who got mauled by a bear, and he tried to play dead, and it mauled his face up and everything. But, you know, those things are, you know, will kill you.
Play dead when my son was in the Army. You know, he was telling me, like, you know, they would go on missions and stuff. And, you know, they'd be up in, like, fucking you know, like in mountains of, you know, like some country and shit. And he said there was bears there. And he said, you can't shoot them because if you shoot them, the people who you're watching will know that you're there. And he said, we don't have bear spray because a lot of times that just aggravates the bear. So they're told to play dead. And I'm like, dude, fuck that. I ain't playing dead. I'll take my risk and shoot the fucking bear, you know, and whatever. But I can't. There's no way I could do that. But he said one time he came up out of, because they sleep in the ground, and it's like fucking what looks like foil sleeping bag. And he said when he come up, him and the others, so he was on a mission with like 4 or 5 other guys, and he said when he came up, he said there was like bear tracks right around the hole that they were sleeping in. You know?
Yeah. Big Bad Bear actually said, "Are you guys talking about me?"
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Do you ever see that guy, the documentary about the guy Timothy Treadwell? He lived in the woods.
I watched that. I actually heard the fucking. They had the video, the soundtrack. He's eating me! Run! Oh my god!
Yeah, he was. You know, he was strange though, like saying he could sit there and whisper.
I felt bad, Joe, because his girlfriend, who loved him to death and liked bears, but she was scared shit. And she said, I don't like being around these fucking bears. And he's like, don't worry, I got them. They know me. You know what I mean? They accept
Yeah,
me already. Well,
except me. I can look at them and they see my eyes, and I'm like,
yeah.
you're a little
Well,
bit flaky, brother.
they hit him, and she was trying to beat the bear off him, and then the bear went on her and killed him. Killed them
Yeah,
both.
yeah. I mean, because he was telling her to run. He's like, run, run, and she's like, no, I'm
She
gonna
didn't
save
run.
you.
She should have ran, man.
She
It
should
was
have
too
ran.
late. He already's ripping that guy apart.
Yeah. And do you know, like, the after story, like the guy that dropped him off there,
Yes.
he came back and they found the bear that ate them, and they killed the bear, and then like opened it up, and his watch was in their stomach.
They had all the meat of him and his girl were in his stomach.
It was in
Yes.
the stomach. It was like, holy shit, man. That's
Yep.
fucking crazy.
He knew which bear. Well, matter of fact, they filmed towards the end. They showed it. I think the bear was in a stream, and they were saying that's the bear that killed him.
Yeah,
He knew which one killed him. He had
yep.
names for them, and I think he had screamed the name like Teddy or whatever, name it. And that bear killed him. He knew, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, but bro, that's fucking horrible. Imagine you're sleeping in the middle of the night and that thing comes at you.
Yeah, that's why I never liked camping. I never did the camping stuff. I did it once in my life. Hated it. Hated it. Big Bag Bear says, Greg, Monday night before you train, can I go to Jefferson Valley Mall and get your autograph?
No, I don't do that shit. Stop that. Be a big bear. You stop that shit. You know.
Holly said, I hope Greg's mother-in-law don't maul nobody.
Oh my God, she'll eat you too. She don't hold back. She don't hold back.
Another good documentary I saw, Greg. I saw one on the Titanic, but on the people don't realize that the aftermath of the Titanic, like after it sank,
Yeah.
you realize ships had to go back to the where it sunk because there was a bunch of people floating.
I actually saw. They have a black and white video of that shit. We see these bodies just like
They're floating, frozen in there. And there's one guy who was a cook, who was a cook on the Titanic. As it was going down, he was a cook. He drank so much vodka and whiskey just because he knew he was going to die. But because he drank so much when he fell in the water, he's the only one that when he hit the water, because most people died within 10 minutes of being in that water.
Right, yes, because it's hypothermia, not drowning.
Yes, he was the only one because apparently they say maybe because he drank so much, his body temperature, he was able to sit there about 35 to 40 minutes and they were able to save him. He was the only one because he drank so much and he was drunk out of his mind.
I actually think I saw an interview with him. He died a long time ago, but they had an interview with him.
Yes, they had all these old footage and stuff of all these people, but the aftermath of like how they did it and how to go back to the spot, get all the boats and the bodies. They were pulling up bodies left and right that were frozen. Oh yeah, and where they had to bring them, and then they had to get the graves and had to get the families to claim them. People didn't know who dead.
Oh yeah, they were all steerage. It's because that you got to remember, like fucking 1,700 or how many? I don't know, 2,000 people.
1918, whatever it was, 1912, whatever.
That's but I mean, I'm saying I meant 1,700. I don't mean that was the year. I meant 1,700 people drowned.
Yes.
Died, or 2,000 people died. You know what I mean? It's exactly. A lot of people died, and those boats were half empty. Everyone they could have saved almost all of those.
A lot more. Yes, yeah. But after that incident, that's when they changed the rules and regulations about boats, and you had to have enough for everybody, and they changed everything. And
right, whatever. And there's a rule: if you see Gregg Valentino get on that boat, don't get on it. That's why I don't go on boats, because I could be on the unsinkable. It's unsinkable, And until Valentino gets on, then it fucking sinks.
Yep. What else he says? Skip said, I almost think I'd rather a bear than a bull moose. You see in Canada is kind of similar to Australia. Everything in the woods wants to kill you, but a moose will kill you just for no reason.
A bull moose is very bad. Like
they're big. They're big.
And they also said like the Cape buffalo, like in Africa, like the big Cape buffaloes, the fucking big heads. I think what's his name? What's that guy's name? He's always on. He's like one of those guys that's like an expert with animals. He's from Australia, but he's always on Joe Rogan and shit like that. And they would like have him, what's worse, a tiger or this or that, a bing, and he was saying like pretty much. You stand less of a chance against a Cape buffalo than you do of a lion, because he was saying that the Cape buffalo ram you and do all this shit. They're really fucked up. You don't realize. I think the one he said is the worst is the rhino or the hip. The hip. He said the rhino's worse than hippo.
Mm.
They give him like all these. What's worse, this or that? But look, dude. There was I remember about 20 years ago, there was a story about a guy who was an Olympic swimmer. He was a super athlete, and he was out on a kayak, and he was out on a like giant lake, and it was like what do you call geese? Those big fucking white, not geese, swan,
Mm-hmm.
big white swan out there with little swan babies. And I guess his kayak went too close, and the mother swan jumped on him in the kayak, knocked him in the water, and held his head under when he drowned, right in front of everybody. And I'm just going to show you. You think, oh, a little swan. What's a swan going to do? I'll kick its ass, No, he ain't kicking no. Most animals, go try to chase a little dog. You couldn't even catch that little dog. It'll outrun you. It'll laugh at you while you're trying to. You have no clue. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Rogan once said that most people who have dogs don't realize if their dog, go open your dog's mouth, look at its teeth. Even a little dog's got fangs and shit like that, right? He said if that thing ever snapped in its brain and had rabies or whatever and wanted to tear you apart, you'd have trouble. Believe me, if it wanted to bite you and eat, hurt you, it could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what the movie. You ever see that movie? I just watched it. Primate. Was it Primate?
Primate? I know.
Yeah, the one with the fucking. Yeah, Primate. It's a really good movie. It's one about this young
The
girl.
gorillas?
Shit, they got the fucking no. She got a baby, a monkey as like a pet. You know what I mean? Her father's a scientist, and they have this monkey, and they taught it how to talk. You know what I mean? And it'd be like Lucy, bad. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking I forgot its name, and the girl's name was Lucy. So it's like Lucy, bad, and it would hit the fucking like little thing like a bum our brain. I'm hungry. I want something to eat. And it would do all this shit so it could talk to you.
Mm.
And then what happened was one day, she's got all her friends over, and I go figure it's a horror movie. So, it starts fucking ripping everybody apart and killing everybody. And what happened was they found out why did it do this? It was such a happy-go-lucky monkey, part of the family, that. But what happened was there was a raccoon that got in the fucking, he had its own like little area where he would sleep, this monkey thing, and a fucking raccoon gave him rabies. And that's what happened. You don't realize once you get rabies or an animal gets like that. Do you know that a fucking chimpanzee is one of the baddest fucking animals on? Do you know how bad those fucking things are? The first thing they do is when they can tell if you're a man, maybe even if you're a tranny, they'll rip your balls off, right? They rip out your balls and they go for your eyeballs.
Yeah.
What they do is go for your eyeballs and rip out your crotch. I swear to God, it's a true story. Watch watch on YouTube. There's whole stories about how they're like now they're starting to eat meat. You know what I mean? They kill, they eat, and they've actually evolved to use tools. Like they make these little rocks and shit, and they fucking hammer you on the head with it. It's fucking crazy.
I see them all the time, like in India, like walking through the street, the bamboos, and taking food.
Well,
People's food.
not those fucking things. I'm talking about chimps. Chimpanzees will fuck them up because they're smarter. You know what I mean? A chimp is bad. They said a chimp, obviously one on one, it's not going to beat a gorilla, but they won't fight they'll fight in a group and they'll rip a gorilla apart. They'll grip his balls off. They bite you. They'll bite your balls. They bite you on the crotch. They're crazy. They know all your weak spots. They go for your eyeballs and your crotch.
Mm-hmm.
They're crazy. You don't want one of those things as a pet. So when I was saying, by the way, the movie Primate, it's a chimpanzee. It's not one of those annoying monkeys that you see on these fucking where these little motherfuckers run and grab your wallet or fucking your cell phone and run away with it, and you're like, you motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Not one of those fucking annoying things.
Silly Billy says, not sure why Greg plays along with that big bear weirdo. This guy's obviously degenerate. Well, thank you, Silly Billy.
Well, because I'm kind of silly, Billy. I don't mind. I don't mind if he's playing, but when the stalking part, I know he thinks he's like trying to be outrageous, but he's been wrong with a lot of things. So and I don't give a shit.
Bear says, I have a lot of respect for Jimmy the Bull. He's the only whack pepper that's real enough to venture out and do other shows besides Greg.
Thank you.
Yeah, he does other shows. He does other things.
Jimmy's a great guy. He's a friend of Joe and mine.
Yeah, Skip said, I've actually just been learning about the Cape buffalo. They cannot be domesticated for farm use or pets because of the wild factor. They charge and don't stop until they get you.
You guys know who the guy is that I'm talking about that was talking about that, how deadly they are. He said they'll kill lions. They're unbelievable. Lions beat them because lions work in packs. Do you understand? But one-on-one, you throw that in a pit with a lion, it might kill the lion. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's got horns. The head right here. You could take a fucking axe and go like this, and the axe would stick and pull it out. It wouldn't even stop it. It's so thick. Their skulls are so thick. You're fucked. I'm telling you.
Wow. The
What's
Cape
that
Buffalo, huh?
fucking guy's name?
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't believe I don't remember his name. Fuck. Very
Uh,
popular guy.
Holly said, "Hey, birds are mean geese, and turkeys. I used to have a male turkey that would run me out of the chicken pen. Yeah, I don't like. I don't like those geese too. You see them around here; they're nasty, especially when they're babies and stuff, or whatever. Little...
Holly, I don't picture you running away from a terror cock over there. You got a cock chasing you. I'm just kidding, Holly. Yeah. You know what's funny? It's not the emu. What's the other one? It's like an emu, but it's I forgot this name. Jesus, Mary Joseph. I was just watching it. It's a bird that kills humans all the time. It looks just like an emu, but it's the next level up. I forgot the name.
Ostrich?
No, fuck.
Not an ostrich. Okay.
What's the killer bird? I'm gonna look this shit up.
Killer bird. You ever see the stork bill?
Yeah, but the stork isn't as but like an emu's a bad bitch too. What's that fucking? Oh, come on, bro. What's the name of? Wait, cassowary. That's
Okay.
it. Cassowary. They look just like fucking emus, like almost like giant turkeys. But they said that they're fucking. They can peck you, do shit to you. They could go right through your brain. They're bad animals. You
Really?
think a bird. You see that fucking bird, and you're like, oh come on, the bird. It's a fucking bird.
Mm-hmm.
But good luck with that. You know what I mean?
Skip said when I was a kid, I got absolutely steamrolled by a white goose. Yeah, I hate those goose and geese, all that bullshit.
All that shit. They don't give a fuck. You see birds will fucking run after you. Look at it. What's the worst than a bee? A little fucking bee. You're over there like this and you're running, a little bee chases you. But let me tell you something. Those fuckers kill people all the time. You can't get, you fucking interrupt their hive, you're fucked. And I'm going to talk to the bee, the yellow jackets. Oof.
Do you like birds at all or no?
Nah, I mean, they're all right. I don't.
Like would you have a pet bird?
No. You know why? Do you
Why?
know why?
Why?
Because
Mother won't eat it?
No, because my mother would be like this. I've seen her eat a little chicken wing. No, it's too small for my mother-in-law to eat. She'd be like, I could eat that one fucking one gulp. No, it's because a bird's supposed to fly. And I feel like, imagine like, it's bad enough, fish in a fish tank. At least they swim around. They're in water. But in a bird, it's never going to know what it's like to fly because you have it in a fucking cage. And like, here, birdie, birdie, you fucking feed it seed. And, it's like, and it's in jail to me. I don't know. I'm fun. Like, I don't like crates, for animals, like dogs that are in crates. And too many people just like, oh, the dog likes the crate. And that's because you made him like it. You know what I mean? My son has a dog in a crate. And I'm like, the dog sleeps in a crate. And he's like, yeah, but he loves his crate. No. You fucking made him like that shit. No, dogs don't like it. I don't like that. Like, Lucy and I have found, like, when we go do our thing, we find, like, fucking, like brand new crates, giant ones and shit, still in a box and everything. They're never open. Maybe the dog died. Maybe the people bought it for something else, right? But I won't take it. I tell Lucy, no, you're not taking it. You're not selling. I'm not going to be responsible for some dog living in a cage. I don't like that. Even if you let him out, I don't care. I don't like dogs in cages. I don't like any animal in a cage. It doesn't. That's just me. Doesn't mean you people
go to the zoo. They have to be in a cage.
Huh?
When you go to the zoo.
Yeah, but that's different. You seen a dog? I don't like if I see in a zoo, I see a lion in a 6-foot cage where it can't walk around and shit. That's a different kind of cage. It's they're in an habitat. But I don't like to see animals
in a cage.
I know what it's like to be in a cage, and it's not nice. You know what I mean? When I was locked up and shit, I didn't like it. No, it's not good.
Nope, not at all. But we got John Mancini said, hippos are very aggressive. There's a movie about them.
Dude,
yes.
Hippo will bite you in half. A hippo could take a giant alligator. You know what I mean? Even the biggest of big alligators do not fuck, caimans or fucking crocs and shit. They don't fuck with. They leave the hippos alone because the hippo will bite it right in half.
Skip said Forrest Gallant. He just looked him up, Greg. That's the guy from Animal
That's
Guy.
Yes, who? Skip. 100%.
Forrest Gallant.
Yes, Skip.
That's
you hit the nail on the head. Forrest Gallant. That's the guy. Watch when he does. Watch his channel, Skip. He'll do like who would win in a fight, because he knows all about those animals. They ask who's better, this or that, and then this or that. And he was talking about the Cape Buffalo's badass. When they asked about that or the lion, he's like, yeah, I could have believed it with the Cape Buffalo.
You know, I just like dogs, and I mean, I'm not really crazy about cats. So, I mean, if I had like an animal, it'd just be a dog. I don't like birds.
I hate cats. Dude, you ever
You
see
know,
you ever see the commercial for like I don't know, it's like an insurance company or something. The guy's like fucking he's sitting there and his cat's like he's out in the woods and he's stuck in fucking like quicksand and he's like up to here in quicksand and he's telling like the cat's sitting there watching him like this and he's going, go get help. Go get help. And the cat's just sitting there not moving. Because if it was a dog would be like, oh fuck, I gotta get help. You know what I mean?
yep, I don't trust them for some reason. I don't.
Yeah, I
I don't
like
like them.
dogs.
Mm-mm. What we got? Hallie said ostriches are really scary. I've heard you can scare them and they can pass out.
Yeah, but they could fuck with you. They're big birds. I'm telling you, you have no idea. People think these animals because they're little or whatever. You know what I mean, dude? Even a rat. Or New York City rats are so used to
Oh,
people.
they're
They don't give
huge.
a fuck. They'll jump right on you and bite you. They don't care. They'll
They're
fuck you.
huge. They're
Yeah,
huge.
and they're
They're like
mangy,
big.
disgusting rats.
Yeah, I saw one time, and I thought it was actually a cat, but it was a rat. New York City rat.
I hate cats, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
hate them. I don't like cats at all. I hate the people like cat lovers. I've got a cat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're hairy. I'm allergic to them.
John Mancini said, "I can't believe I missed Jimmy yesterday. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing good, really good. Jimmy's good.
He was on the show with you and Joe.
Joe. Yeah, what he did was he called me because he wanted to talk to me about something.
Okay.
And he was asking me something about Joe. Me, him, and Joe had something to talk about. So this Joe Zapata. So I'm over here and I'm talking on the Joe Pietaro show. So I said, Jimmy, here I put him up, but I did I blocked, so I didn't do what George did. And then I said, Jimmy, why don't you just come on the show and we'll talk? And then he came on. So
And he came on. And all right, Greg, we've been almost an hour. I got to wrap it up here. We goes by quick, man. I don't know.
Joe, I can't believe it. I
Really
like
quick.
but I like not talking about bodybuilding. I like talking about other shit like this.
Yeah, I like talking about the animals and all the shit we talk about. And Yankees.
Let me tell you something. Yeah,
I
love
it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, Holly, John Mancini, Silly Billies. All you guys. John, Big Bear. Also, we got
I love you guys.
Skip, thank you, Bruno Valentino. Thank you, guys. I love you guys all. Thank you for tuning in every week with us.
Thank you, guys.
We will see you guys next week. Greg, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, Joey, I'll talk to you. Love you guys, man. Thank you.
Love you guys. Talk to you later, brother.
Started from nothing. Jersey streets, we owned it. Jay-Z pumping iron. Body builder coating. Gears on the